Find your position. Let your body be held by the chair, the floor, the earth beneath it all. And close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, slow and full. And as you exhale, let your awareness travel inward, not to any particular place, just in. And again, breathe in and out. You don't need to fix anything right now. You don't need to understand anything or figure anything out. You are simply here inside this extraordinary system, this body that has been working on your behalf every single moment of your life, without being asked, without rest, and without consistent recognition. It has been doing its best, even when that best has felt like disruption. Even when the signals have felt like noise. And even when the system has seemed to be working against you, it has always only been trying to return to balance. I want to take you somewhere. I want you to imagine an ancient forest, old growth, the kind where the trees are so tall the canopy feels like a second sky. The light filters down in long shafts, catching dust and spores floating in the still air. The ground is soft underfoot, layered with decades of fallen leaves, mosses, and the slow return of everything that has lived before. It is quiet here and alive in a way that quiet places sometimes are. They're more alive because of the quiet. And now look beneath your feet, beneath the soil, invisible to anyone walking above. There's another world entirely. A network of filaments, impossibly thin, almost translucent, threading through the earth in every direction, connecting root to root, tree to tree, organism to organism. This is Mycelium, the fungal web that underlies almost every forest on Earth. And it's not just structure, it's communication, it's intelligence. It's the most sophisticated signal routing network nature has ever produced. Through this network, trees share nutrients with their neighbors, the young, the struggling, the ones in shadow who cannot yet reach the light. The network does not ask whether a tree has earned its share. It simply roots. It balances. It gives where there is deficit and receives where there is surplus. But here is what is less often spoken about. The network also regulates. When a signal is too loud, when one part of the system is overactivated, the surrounding threads help absorb and distribute that signal, dampening what has become noise, restoring it to information. when a signal is too quiet, when a part of the system has gone dim, exhausted, unable to broadcast, the network routes towards it. Extra resources, extra connection, a kind of chemical encouragement that says, we haven't forgotten you. You are still part of this. And when a signal is misfiring, crossed, confused, sending the wrong message to the wrong place, the network over time with enough connection and enough flow can help repattern it, not by force, but by relationship. This is what a healthy network does, and this is what your body has always known how to do. Your body is not one thing. It is a community, a vast, ancient, humming community of approximately 37 trillion cells, each one a living entity, each one with a role, a function, a place in the whole. And right now, I want you to speak to them, not with words, but with something older than words. With attention, with the knowing that moves below language. So now I invite you to bring your awareness to the center of your chest. Not your heart specifically, just the center, the place that feels like the middle of you. And I want you to breathe into it. And from that center, let your awareness begin to expand. Slowly, like a signal moving outward through a network into your lungs, your rib cage, your belly, your back, your legs and feet, into your arms and hands, up your neck, and to the crown of your head. Feel the whole system at once, not as separate parts, but as one continuous, breathing, communicating whole. Now, from that center, speak to every cell in this body. You might say silently or aloud, you are seen. Every one of you, you are part of this. You do not exist alone. You exist as part of something larger than any one of you. And the health of that whole is your health too. The network remembers what you may have forgotten, that we share, that we balance, that no single part of this system carries the signal alone. Now I want you to direct your attention with compassion to any place in your body that feels less than harmonious. Any place of tension or heat, pain, maybe heaviness, fatigue, or noise. You don't need to name it. You don't need to fight it. Just bring your attention there gently, the way you would bring a lantern into a dark room. Somewhere in your body, there may be cells or systems of cells that have lost the signal, not out of malice. Cells have no malice, but the way a node in a network loses connectivity, the way a thread in the mycelium gets cut off from the communication of the whole and begins to act only on local instructions, forgetting the larger pattern it belongs to. When a part of a network loses the signal of the whole, it can only do what isolated systems do. It may become overactive, flooding the area with alarm signals, amplifying pain, recruiting resources and immune response beyond what the situation requires. Because without the moderating voice of the network, it cannot find its off switch. It may become underactive, dimmed, exhausted, producing less than it should, going quiet in a kind of protective shutdown because it can no longer trust the system it once knew how to communicate with. It may become confused, sending signals to the wrong places, receiving messages it wasn't meant for, firing in patterns that once made sense in a moment of crisis, but have long outlasted that crisis. Or it may begin to act only for itself, expanding, proliferating, taking more than its share, because it has lost the feedback that tells it where the edges are and that the whole matters more than the part. In every case, the cause is the same: a loss of connection to the network. And in every case, the medicine is the same: restore the signal. So speak to those cells now, not with fear, not with frustration, but with the quiet authority of the whole addressing one of its own. You are not separate. You have never been separate. The signal is still here. The network is still here. You are still part of this. If you are too loud, you are heard. You can soften now. The whole system is listening. You don't have to shout. If you are too quiet, you are not forgotten. Let the network find you. Let the resources reach you. You don't have to do this alone. If you are confused, be still. Let the pattern reestablish itself around you. The body remembers the right signal. Let it speak. And if you have drifted from the pattern entirely, you are invited now to return, to release, to complete, to give what you carry back to the system that needs it. Feel that invitation move through you, not as a command, but as a homecoming, a remembering. In mycelium, when a section of the network is damaged or behaving erratically, the surrounding network doesn't destroy it. it reintegrates it, flooding the area with new signaling and new connections, new cells. And with your encouragement, your body is capable of doing exactly the same. Your immune system too. It is not just a defense force. It is a communication system. Its cells carry receptors for your thoughts, your breath, your emotional state. It is listening to you right now with a sophistication that science is only beginning to map. So let's give the whole network new instructions. Imagine that from the center of your chest, that broadcasting place, a powerful signal begins to move outward through your body. Wholeness, cooperation, equilibrium, return. Like light moving through a fiber optic network, like a pulse moving through mycelium after rain. Wholeness, cooperation, equilibrium, return. Feel it moving into your nervous system, down your spine, out along every nerve pathway, to every receptor, every synapse, every place where signal meets cell. Wholeness, cooperation, equilibrium, return. Feel it moving into your bloodstream, into your lymph, into your immune system, recalibrating, finding the perfect measure and balance. Wholeness, cooperation, equilibrium, return. Every cell that receives the signal remembers what it always knew. Every part of the network that has been acting in isolation feels the pull of the whole again, like a thread refinding the web, like a tree receiving nutrients through roots it forgot it had. The old instructions, the ones written in stress, in fear and survival, in the body's best attempt to protect you from something that has long since passed, are not fought. They are simply updated, overwritten with something older and more true. The body's original code. We are one system. We thrive together or not at all. Begin to gather yourself slowly back now. Bring your awareness back to the center of your chest. Notice the signal you sent is still moving. Trust that you have set something powerful in motion. Take a full breath and feel the whole body breathe as one. Not 37 trillion cells, but one body, one system, one astonishing, resilient, self-remembering whole. Carry with you as you return the understanding that healing is not the absence of disruption. It is the system returning to signal. Give yourself permission to trust the intelligence beneath the noise, the part of your biology that has always been working toward balance since before you could form even a single thought. Allow yourself the quiet certainty that somewhere beneath everything, below the surface of what you can see or measure or understand, the network is intact, communicating, routing toward you, working in ways no single part of the system could ever accomplish alone. Take a slow breath in and let it go. Bring some gentle movement back to your fingers and toes, a soft roll of the shoulders. And when you open your eyes, remember what the forest has always known. You are never just one thing. You are a network, and networks, real ones, ancient ones, living ones, do not forget how to heal. Peace be with you. Namaste.